Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cram Outdoors. Hope you got to check out the Utah shed hunting episodes that we put up on YouTube. And now we're going to talk about Midwest shed hunting. I think I know this buck. It looks like possibly the one that I got on trail camera. I got to check it out. Yeah, that's probably him. Funny thing is that I got a picture of him on this side and he's only in half the frame. So I don't know what his other side looks like because I haven't found the one side and the picture cut him off. All I know is he's a very nice deer. Look at that. Split brows. It's pretty cool. This deer, however, was on public land. And that's where I do all my hunting for deer around here in Illinois. I searched and searched for the match for this in about a 10-acre area around where this fell off with no success. So he might have moved on to private land that was close by and dropped the other side. What I'm most proud of for this shed season was finding this set. Saw this one side from a distance. Really nice shed. And then, wouldn't you know it, the match is literally 10, 15 yards away from it. Freaking big boy. That's what I'm talking about. Can't believe it. Unreal. Right next to each other. This here is a buck that I actually had on trail camera last August in Velvet, and also got him on camera in October, both on this public hunting area, which I was able to hunt. It's a limited entry area. You only get 1 week to hunt it that you get randomly selected for. I actually did not see this buck when I was hunting, but I saw one that was actually probably bigger than him, and I had him at 40 yards, just could not get a shot at him. I haven't found that deer's sheds yet, so I don't know if he made it through the winter or not, or if he got shot. Won't know that, but what I do know is this guy made it through. So it's going to be really exciting to see what this guy is going to grow into this fall, and hopefully I can get to hunting him on that same public land. I'm just happy enough to find this guy's sheds, because a set like this in the Midwest, it's pretty hard to come by, especially on public land. I actually found these really quickly after they dropped off. The bases of the antlers still a little bit of red, a little bit of blood on them. So literally found these probably a day or two after he shed them. Sometimes you got to be right out there and right on them, because on public land like this, it gets picked pretty hard. And I had my trail cameras out. I knew at what time the bucks were still holding their antlers, and I kept going in there once I started to see that maybe some bucks had been dropping. And lucky enough to find these pretty much right when they fell off. About a week later, I saw people in there shed hunting, and so those places get picked over really quickly. And a set like these is not going to normally go unnoticed on a public area like that. So where I found these was in a bedding area. Bedding areas are great to check because that's where a lot of the deer's time is spent. So just proportionally, there's a higher chance of their antlers dropping at those bedding areas. The edges of feeding areas where they spend time, or where they're going to knock those antlers off through running or jumping, like going over a fence line. And that's actually how Matt found this antler from him and his buddies when they went shed hunting in Missouri for a little bit on their snow goose trip.
Bottom, there's a whole chunk of standing beams right down there. There's like no deer sign in here at all. Except once you get to the bottom of the hill, that overhanging tree's got like 7 scrapes underneath it. Oh yeah. They get the cold zoomies and the snow zoomies.
Well, well, well.
Hey, Spider-Bo? That's a nice one.
It's a pretty good
Hey,
one.
Spider-Bo? Hey, Spider-Bo?
Would you look who found the first shed?
Yep. Hey. Got boy.
Hey, you might as well hang it so we don't have to carry it. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice mass on him. Really not much length, but he carries mass throughout.
Usually they drop the other one.
I mean, they drop both typically within a couple hundred yards.
Why did I just come over? God,
Zach just found one. Let's go see it. Oh, little baby. That's something.
He'll be a stud someday.
Yeah. Alright, we got two. Better than none, I guess.
Smaller side. Oh, this one's kind of chewed up. Yeah, look at that. Start to get later in the season like this. It's April, and the rodents kind of start to get at it. It's tasty for them. Nice little shed though. This is one thing that you'll see commonly in the Midwest that might not be as common out west. As you can see in Utah, we found antlers that were multiple years old out there because they were white or chalked up. And that can happen out there because it's a drier climate, because a lot of out there is sage flats and a lot of slower growing vegetation. So every year you don't have a lot of vegetation like here in the Midwest come up and conceal those antlers. If you don't get at these antlers in the first few months of the spring, it's going to be very difficult to find them. And then the other thing is, a lot of rodents like squirrels or up north porcupines really like to eat these things. I'm not exactly sure when this buck would have dropped, but obviously coming up on this antler, a squirrel was making a meal out of it. So that's one reason you won't find antlers from previous years in the Midwest. They just get grown over or they get eaten up. And that just has to do with the climate and the type of land cover that's around here in the Midwest.